Louisiana versus all y'all. Jarrett Roser here with Warren Easton Jr. getting ready for senior year this coming fall. Ronald Champ Lewis, who's fresh off of a fantastic junior season and now just about a week ago his first three college scholarship offers. Champ, what's going on, man? How's everything been going since since the season ended and just kind of enjoying the holidays and now seeing some things fall into place on the college side?
Uh, Not much. Everything been good. I'm just glad, the recruiting process and everything finally started. I mean, I really was anticipating it. I'm glad I had a great season. I went out there and played every game, 100% gave my all on the field, and I like that it's starting to pay off. So,
Yeah, and I want to get back into some of that season and just kind of your game overall. But starting last week, Tulane becomes the first offer. The hometown Green Wave extending the scholarship offer, and then shortly thereafter, Virginia, and then Southeastern Louisiana across the lake out there in Hammond become your first three all in one day. Let's start with the Tulane offer and just some of the emotions. I talked to your dad right after that one happened, and I know it was a very exciting moment for you guys. As you heard those words that they would like to offer you a scholarship, wanted you to come play college ball there potentially and be a part of that program, what were those emotions like? What did that mean? Just how did it feel to hear it overall?
I mean, it really meant a lot, saying that it was my first scholarship off, like all the hard work finally paid off. Like, it just felt a relief when he said the words that he was going to send me an offer. And saying that is, the school in my city, that meant a lot. I was just very excited. My dad and everybody was proud of me, and, it's just a good feeling.
And then it wasn't that long of a wait for number two and a Power Five school in Virginia to come into the fold. Take me through that one as things start to roll, because you're probably still kind of riding that high of just having the first scholarship offer, and then you see that more are following very quickly. Did you realize it was going to come that fast once it started?
I mean, saying that it came so quick was like it was really crazy because as soon as I heard from Coach Brumfield at UVA, I called Donovan Johnson because he'd go up there. He went to Helen Cox. I talked to him about the program and stuff, and he was talking to me about it. And I really like UVA. I be wearing the gloves and stuff sometimes. So yeah, that came right after.
When was the first time that you were particularly aware of Virginia? Was it Donovan going up there? Because you've had the gloves and whatnot, but when did you first kind of start to see some of the things they were doing up there?
Uh, like when I talked to Don, we was on the phone for like 2 hours just talking football. He was telling me about the school, telling me about, his experience and stuff up there. And it's good to, have somebody I could talk to about, colleges and stuff, like before I go to, like, get a visit or whatever, like, so I could have an idea. But, yeah, I said that was my first Power Five and everything. Like, I was just really excited, just wanted to, I talked to Don, he said I was really excited and everything. So, and then saying that Southeastern came right after that one. Like when my coach called me and he told me that I was about to get Southeastern. Like that one came out the blue and I was just excited. I was with my dad at the time and we got something we celebrate or whatever. And, it was just a good feeling, great emotion.
You said y'all got something to eat and celebrated?
Yeah, we had grabbed some food and stuff, and we were just we had got some seafood and everything. So
Yeah, I
our
was gonna
family did good.
I was gonna ask what the celebratory dinner was like, which y'all had. So you got some seafood.
Yeah, grab some seafood. We just like we talked about it last and everything because we was together as soon as he called. So that was just a good feeling to have him right there when it happened.
What did he say? Because I know I mentioned it was a very exciting day for both you and the family as a whole. What were some of your dad's kind of words of excitement or congratulations or encouragement or advice or whatever it may be?
He was just saying, don't take your foot off the gas, keep working. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Of course, that was just the first minute to come. So, just he said to celebrate it, but then forget about it and work like I got no offer. So, that was just, good to celebrate at that time, but then to just get back in the lab the next day and get to the grind.
Whether what the college coaches told you guys or what they kind of passed your way through Coach Phillips and the staff over there at Easton, what have you kind of heard about what some of these schools have liked about your game and how they kind of envision you potentially being a part of their program in these years to come, just kind of the fit and what you bring to the table?
They were just telling me that they like that I got long arms, I'm rangy, Ballhawk, get to the ball, find the ball, and that I could, I'm not afraid to come down and make a tackle, like on the running back or whoever. So they like that, I could hit and that I could find the ball and everything, be a Ballhawk, be versatile. So
how often do you hear that phrase ball hawk attached to your name? You tied for the state lead in interceptions with 8 this year. You had another 7 breakups, 32 tackles. But I think that those interception numbers were some of the things that really caught a lot of people's attention when you were able to swipe some possessions and get the ball back to your offense. Just kind of talk about that, the way that's gone and how much you hear people talk about that piece of your game.
I mean, when people talk about my game in my season, the first thing they bring up is, oh, you had 8 picks, or you led the state in picks. So, that's being a good accomplishment. Saying that I could fly around and get to the ball and get it back to the offense. When they need to score, even when we just need to get off the field. So that's good to have that following my name. So when coaches see me and when they first asked me about my season, the first thing they bring up is that I had 8 picks, knowing that I'd be able to find the ball, create turnovers for the defense, get the ball back to the offense and everything. So, that just, that's good to have that follow my name. So that's a good accomplishment on the season.
Are those ball skills and that ability to create some turnovers, is that the thing that's kind of made you most confident, or that you've hung your hat on the most, so to speak, or what have been some of the aspects of your games that you have been most proud of, whether overall or some of the strides you've shown or anything like that?
I mean, I am proud to say that I have 8 picks, but when I go into the game and I'm proud to say I have 8 picks, but when I go into the game, that my aspect really just to play and be a playmaker. And whenever the plays come to me, whether I got to make a tackle, the ball in the air, and I do have to make the pick. So I just go into the game knowing I'm gonna be a playmaker.
No doubt, good attitude. And as you go into this offseason now, coming off of that strong season, and you guys end up back in a state semifinal and had a chance to make a playoff run there, what are some of the things that you kind of have most in mind as you continue to try and just take next steps forward in your game? What are some things that you're hoping to work on and continue to fine tune and improve?
I mean, and for my game, some things that I need to improve, I got the, being a playmaker and everything down. I just want to be, saying I'm going into my senior year, I want to be more of a leader, so I can, try to lead my team over the hump. And instead of, finishing in the semifinals, we could go to the state championship and try to get a ring or whatever. So, saying that I'm going into my senior year is my turn to really step up and be a senior and try to lead the team, so we can finish the job.
Do you see yourself as kind of a vocal guy in that aspect, or are you going to be more of a lead by example? And I mean, they certainly go hand in hand, but are you pretty comfortable taking the more vocal approach at times?
I mean, this year, since I was a junior, I know I was making plays, but I tried to lead by example. Saying that I wasn't a senior, so the seniors always have more respect. So I tried to let them be leaders, but still lead by example and let my play let guys see my play and see how I carry myself on the field and stuff, and be like, okay, that's the role I want to follow. Just still be a leader, but you lead from my play. But this year, since I'm about to be a senior, it's my turn to really step up and lead the team. So I'm gonna be a little bit more vocal, but I'm still gonna try to lead by example, because people could say, they could talk it or whatever, but they gotta back it up on the field and everything, so people could follow them and they could be a real role model.
You guys have had some tremendous players come through that secondary in recent years that just kind of continue to keep sort of passing that lineage down of some D1 bound guys in the Easton secondary, and there's a few of y'all that will be returning next year. You and King both going to be seniors, and young Wallace Foster, who has everyone's attention now as just a freshman getting ready for his sophomore year, and certainly the list goes on. But how confident do you feel in that DB group heading into this offseason as just being once again a core piece of a talented Easton team?
Just looking at the group of DBs that we have, I'm real confident, saying that all of us, we sat back and we learned the system and everything. And now it's our turn to step up and execute, saying that we got Wallace and he's just a freshman, he learned it early. So when it's time to come for him to step up, he already going to know what to do. And, he learned it early. So, he'll be able to fit in with us and make sure everything's straight and get the other guys that's in his grade, get them on track and everything too. And like saying, like in the past, the group of DBs we had, like Chester and Smalls and them, they always give us a word of advice, just to make sure we straight, make sure we got everything under control, like in that secondary, because they still want to make sure everything good, even though they left. And I just feel real confident about our group, and I think we'll be straight for this next season.
You mentioned a couple of those guys like a Chester or like a Smalls who have been recent standouts at Easton, but I know you've kind of had your eyes on a lot of NFL guys through the years, and you posted a question the other day talking about Deion Sanders or Jalen Ramsey as potentially the top DB that you've seen or the top corner that you've seen, and just kind of showing your awareness of some of those guys from Deion's a long time ago right now, but those are guys obviously that you've put some eyes on and some highlights and some old games and stuff. And you're also a DB with the nickname Champ, which says a lot about Champ Bailey. Who are some of those guys that have stood out to you through the years, and what has stood out about each of them that has kind of caught your attention the most?
Well, my nickname Champ come from one day me and my dad was watching Monday Night Football, and Champ Bailey caught a pick six, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna nickname you Champ." I was young and I grew up with that name, and I try to carry myself like I'm a champ. So that's how I be with the nickname. And to say my favorite player, Jalen Ramsey, that's why I wear number 20. I just like the way he the swag he has. We ain't gonna talk about the playoff game that just happened, but we still, he's gonna be a receiver. But man, Jalen Ramsey is my favorite player. I like a lot of old players that I didn't really get a chance to watch them ball. I still go back and watch their highlights, like Deion, guys like Chantel and Ed Reed and everything. So like being able to watch them guys and try to mimic their play and carry that swagger to the field when I play. It's
As we look at the recruiting side, Deion's you've got your eyes on Deion. Deion may need to start paying some attention to you as some of these offers come in now that he's over at Jackson State. Maybe join that mix with Tulane, Virginia, and Southeastern.
Yeah, that most definitely is a school that I love to go to and play for Deion. And I like what he's doing with the HBCU and everything.
Good deal, man. And I like to ask you guys, too, that are going through the recruiting process, if there's something about you that you hope that people get a chance to know, whether it be as a player or a student athlete overall or as a young man, just kind of personality-wise, whatever the case may be, what do you think is something about you that you think is important for people to know about you, or that you'd like to share, or that maybe some people don't know?
Just as a player, I love to I just love football. I love football. I love to be around, play football with my teammates. I can't wait to go to Miami and experience the bootleggers and everything, for the first time. So I give up a lot. A lot of my free time I contributed to football because I'm just really dedicated. That's really it.
Good deal, man. Well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat about some of it. I know it's been an exciting stretch and now a busy week and a lot more excitement getting ready for that first 7-on-7 tournament of the season.
Yeah, most definitely.
Good deal. Again, he's Ronald Champ Lewis, a 2022 defensive back at Warren Easton in New Orleans, and for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser.
Yeah.